Many years would pass while Goku and Vegeta remained young. Almost all their friends and relatives have died of old age. Peace ruled in Universe 7. Since Frieza's activities had been suspended, as Goku and Vegeta had become very strong, he had to abandon his universal conquest. He did not even have the support of Beerus, the god of destruction. After this, everything would be in order. Goku and Vegeta trained while seeking to be the strongest beings, but boredom tormented them. They felt really lonely without their relatives. They were practically the only Saiyans with that level of power. Gosh, Vegeta, this is really boring. We're very lonely without Saiyans and without our children. There is no point in waiting for the race to last, our Saiyans would talk. Our direct descendants are losing the purity of Saiyan blood. They are more human than anything else. Gosh, you're right, but there's not much we can do but go see Khalifa and Kale. They sure don't age. I'm not going back to Universe 6, Vegeta would mention in a bad mood. Come on, you're still mad at Kale? It's not your fault, it happens. I don't want to talk about it, Vegeta would say, blushing. Hey, why don't we revive the Saiyans? Goku would ask with great enthusiasm. Kakarot, you're out of your mind. That's a crazy idea. Come on, it's no big deal. What could go wrong? A lot of things. Like what? Vegeta would remain silent for a moment, as he didn't have a clear answer. We are stronger than him. He won't do anything to us. We'll just ask Whis to take us through the Super Dragon Spheres, and we won't say what wish we want until the time comes. Kakarot, you really act like things are easier than they are. Either that, or you're the one acting like everything is too hard, Goku would mention. Vegeta did not want to agree at first, but then he would let himself be convinced. Days later, both Saiyans would arrive at Whis' planet to make the requests to the angel. So they want us to use the Super Dragon Spheres? Yes, that's right. What do you want the Super Dragon Spheres for? Beerus would ask seriously. Nothing special. If it's nothing special, use the Dragon Spheres of the planet Namek, or those of the planet Earth. But you don't need the Super Dragon Spheres if it were for something unimportant, Beerus would say, distrusting the intentions of both of them. Come on, I think he's being a little paranoid, Goku would say nervously. Beerus wouldn't budge and demanded answers. Goku would try to hide the truth, but Vegeta would get tired. We're going to revive the Saiyans, Vegeta would clarify seriously. Vegeta? There's no point in hiding it. If it was the wish we were going to make, at least let them know about this one from now on. I won't let them do something like that. Reviving a race will only bring chaos in the universe, Beerus would say seriously. Please, Mr. Beerus, remember that you revived more than one planet. Beerus would be puzzled at Whis' words. Beerus, is that true? It's different. That was for important matters. One of the planets he revived was because it was the only place where he could eat wild monkey egg. You know that was a treat! Wait, monkeys don't lay eggs? That I do know! These monkeys did because they were flying. Wow, I was thinking about something else. What, Vegeta? Never mind. Alright, do what you want, but I warn you, if that planet does something that puts you in danger, I will never help you. From now on, it will be your responsibility. Well, in that way, Goku and Vegeta would be taken by Whis in search of the Super Dragon Spheres. They would travel through Universe 6 and 7 while they planned what to do in the return of Planet Vegeta. Have you already thought about the conditions under which you will revive the planet? What do you mean by conditions? Planet Vegeta was destroyed under a very clear event, Frieza's direct attack. They can revive all the Saiyans, and that would count everyone who once existed. Oh, that wouldn't be good. No, there would be generations of Saiyans. They would be overlapped. That's why you have to think about your wish. Vegeta, if we ask to revive all the Saiyans who died at the time of the destruction of the planet, Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa will not return. Neither will my father. He attacked Frieza and died before that. Geez, I'd feel kind of bad if I left Raditz dead. I guess you'll want to tell your parents that you killed him yourself. We better skip that part of the story. After hours, our friends would have the dragon spheres. All right, here they are. Have you thought about the wish you're going to make? To revive all the Saiyans who died during Frieza's attack. Well, it is a well-formulated wish. Whis would call the dragon god and make the wish with the detail that Vegeta gave him. That way, he would revive all the Saiyans, placing the planet in its corresponding orbit. At that moment, Bardock was looking at the sky. Without understanding anything of what was happening, his clothes were destroyed, but he was uninjured. What is this all about? Bardock would arrive at Tierra Firme and see the other Saiyans. Nobody understood anything of what was happening. They all remembered the same thing, Planet Vegeta about to disappear at the hands of a powerful attack of Frieza. Are we really alive? Jean would come flying and screaming for Bardock. Bardock! Jean! Bardock would say in bewilderment. Bardock, what was that all about? We were about to be destroyed. I don't know. I don't understand anything either. Honey, you were right in the end. We were right to get Kakarot off the planet. Bardock, we're sorry, would say one of the Saiyans. You said Frieza would betray us, and in the end he attacked us. What I don't understand is why we are alive. Was it an illusion? Bardock would wonder. In the sky, they would see Goku and Vegeta arrive with Whis. Thank you for bringing us, although it wasn't necessary. I'm curious to come here anyway. I haven't seen this planet for a long time. Kakarot, Vegeta would say in bewilderment. What's wrong? I don't know how to tell you, but those are your parents. What? Goku would approach Bardock and Jean. Both had no idea who they had in front of them. Hey, that guy looks just like you, Jean would say. Hey, who are you? Do you even know what's going on? Bardock would ask. I'm the one responsible for them being alive. Kakarot, don't be an idiot. Tell them already. Kakarot? Jean would say, puzzled. It can't be. It has to be a joke. Wait a minute. Why do you have my son's name? Well, Goku would be petrified. He didn't know how to react. He would raise his ki and fly out of there. What the hell is wrong with him? Prince Vegeta? If it wasn't for the lack of Bardock, I would say that you are King Vegeta. Are you older than him? You don't know it, but it's been 200 years since the destruction of Planet Vegeta. 200 years? Jean would say. Wait a minute, is he really our son? I think Mr. Goku couldn't stand the situation. Goku? So he's not our son? It's a little complicated to explain. Goku was in a panic. He didn't understand what was happening to him. Why did I react like that? I've never been so afraid of a situation like this, but I never thought I would feel this fear when I saw my parents. At that moment, Whis and Vegeta would arrive with Bardock and Jean. Kakarot, is that you? Jean would say as he tried to approach Goku. Yes, I am. I'm sorry for leaving like this. I just didn't know how to react. The idiot is talking a lot on planet Earth. Finally, Goku would manage to open up to his parents and tell in detail how they revived them. In itself, Bardock and Jean would have a hard time understanding that they were absent for a long time. Wow, I can't believe we died and now we're alive. The Super Dragon Spheres can fulfill any kind of wish. Hey, are you a wizard or something? Sir, more respect, Whis would say, upset. What did I say? Dad, this is Whis, and he's an angel. He's the servant and master of Beerus, the god of destruction. Beerus? Bardock would say in terror. I see you know him. Beerus has come to Planet Vegeta more than once and made a fool of my father. No wonder he's seen him. Goku and his parents would have a moment to get to know each other. Goku would share with them his experiences with Earth, how he fought against Frieza, the rest of his enemies, and the Tournament of Power. Besides making up for lost time, they would begin to lead the planet to take it on the right path. Now that Frieza no longer possessed his army, they didn't have to keep conquering planets, so they would be free to do what they want. Between Goku and Vegeta, they would begin to train them for several months, teaching them everything they learned. Especially, they would help them to execute their transformations. But not everything would be peace. Somewhere in space on a small planet plunged into chaos, Frieza acted as their governor. Although he could not conquer planets as before, nothing prevented him from being the king of one of them. Barablu would arrive with him to give him the news about planet Vegeta. "Great Frieza, I have news you won't like at all."
"What is it that you want? Those rebels asking for freedom again?"
Frieza would ask. "Something worse than that. Planet Vegeta was rebuilt."
"What?"
Frieza would say, terrified. Frieza couldn't believe what he had just heard.
"It can't be!"
That's right, and with all his science.
"Does Beerus know about this?"
Well, Whis was with them, so he should know.
"I can't believe it! They're making a big mistake! Beerus must be told as soon as possible!"
"But sir, do you know that the planet is alive? It's been around for a year already."
"I know, but there's something Beerus doesn't know. I destroyed that planet not only because I hated them, but also because of a latent danger they were hiding."
"Great Frieza, what are you talking about?"
"I never told you, but that planet was going to be destroyed anyway, but in the hands of a Saiyan. We have to go to see Beerus before this is chaos."
"But Great Lord, why would we have to help them?" Barablu would ask.
"Because if that threat appears, it will destroy everything. Besides, it is the way for Beerus to understand that I must be the conqueror of this universe," Frieza would mention, determined.
Goku, Vegeta, Bardock, Jean, and the other revived Saiyans were enjoying the peace in the newly built planet Vegeta. The teachings of Goku and Vegeta were transmitted to all the people, and the Saiyans were learning to control their powers and transformations in a peaceful way. The Saiyan society was beginning to change, abandoning brutality and conquest to adopt a more balanced way of life. However, the return of the planet did not go unnoticed. In the universe, the news reached the ears of Frieza, who, accompanied by Barry Blue, decided to seek Beerus' intervention before the supposed danger he mentioned materialized. Meanwhile, on planet Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta proudly observed the progress of their people. Bardock and Jean were also adapting to the new reality and trying to understand the cultural change in their race. One afternoon, Goku and Vegeta were training on the outskirts of the planet when they were interrupted by the arrival of Whis. "Gentlemen, Goku and Vegeta, there seems to be trouble on the horizon," Whis announced with his characteristic calmness. "Trouble? Is Beerus bothered by our wish?" Goku would ask with concern. "Not exactly. Frieza has come to Beerus' planet seeking his intervention. There seems to be a danger he's talking about, and he wants Beerus to take matters into his own hands." Goku and Vegeta exchanged glances. The peace they had enjoyed on planet Vegeta was in danger, and now they had to face an unknown threat. Beerus, upon learning of Frieza's arrival, decided to receive him in his palace. Goku, Vegeta, and Whis joined the meeting to better understand the situation.
"Wow, there they are, the Saiyan duo," Frieza would say with a special smile.
"Frieza, why did you come here?" Goku would ask seriously.
"I hope you're not up to anything strange, or will we have to defeat you again?"
Frieza tried to contain his anger, even though it was evident.
"Lord Beerus, there's something you should know," Frieza commented. "When I destroyed planet Vegeta, I didn't just do it out of hatred for the Saiyans. I also did it because there was a latent threat that was about to be unleashed."
Goku, Vegeta, and the Tamas looked at each other in confusion. Frieza's revelation raised more questions than answers, though they clearly didn't know if they could trust him.
"Explain yourself, Frieza,"
Vegeta would announce.
"On that planet, there was a Saiyan who had the potential to become something far more dangerous than myself," Frieza would say. "He was a being with an enormous power, capable of destroying entire galaxies. He was a warrior born for chaos."
"You mean Broly?"
"Idiot, I already know Broly. I mean his brother, Cumber." "How come Broly had a brother?" Vegeta would ask, confused. "It seems that Paragus has been conducting experiments after his son Broly was born. Although King Vegeta made Broly, he didn't know anything about his brother who died with this planet.
Wait a minute, you mean that Broly has a genetically modified brother?
Wow, at least you say clever words. Yeah, something like that. That doesn't make sense. You're lying. If it were true, we would have felt his presence by now. Well, it doesn't cost anything to investigate the planet. If that guy becomes a better Saiyan than Broly, we'll be in danger, and even you won't be able to do anything about it.
Come on, you've got to be kidding me.
No, we have to go up there. But Frieza won't go.
Oh, are you afraid of a key ball escaping from my finger?
Frieza would say, mocking Vegeta.
Vegeta would just like that reach Frieza with a strong fist punch to his stomach.
Frieza would be hunched over while catching his breath. Damn, that guy's the real Super Saiyan I was afraid of.
Frieza, don't talk nonsense.
I'm just wondering why you would help us. That's not like you.
Because Cumber is going to destroy everything, including me. I'm not going to lose my life because of you. The idea that there was a Saiyan with such a level of power worried both Saiyans. Why didn't you tell us about this before? Goku would ask.
He did, but Lord Beerus didn't believe him, Whis would announce.
Beerus, although skeptical, decided to take precautions, so they would travel to planet Vegeta to investigate the veracity of Frieza's claims. While the evil Emperor would return to his planet, Beerus's presence on planet Vegeta would cause fear among all. Son, what's wrong? Jean would ask, worried. It's hard to explain, just try not to alarm the others, Goku would explain what they had talked about with Frieza.
I can't believe they trust that bastard.
Frieza's the most treacherous person ever. You can't expect anything good from him. I know, but Beerus wants to investigate. Whis and Beerus would arrive without any information.
I'm beginning to suspect it was all a sham. We haven't found anything.
Still doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If it's an experiment, it might not be detectable.
If it has ki, it would have been tracked by now.
Yes, it makes sense. Kakarot, Jean would call, annoyed. Mom, what's wrong? Go bring Broly to his planet now, Jean would order. But Mom! No buts. I want you to bring him now. I thought he was dead, but now that he's alive, I feel really selfish being alive and Broly not getting a chance to come. Yes, Mom.
Bringing Broly will be a bad idea. It costs too much to civilize for him to regain his wild essence on this planet.
Come on, Vegeta, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Besides, he deserves to be with his own kind. Goku, with the teleportation, would reach the Earth and would bring Broly. A great Saiyan would be shocked before the planet. This is my planet? Broly would say, puzzled. That's right, now you will stay here, but I have to ask you to be careful about losing control. I don't want them to die again. Well, that's fine. Don't worry, Kakarot, we'll take care of him. You can stay with us as long as you need. That way, Broly would be welcome. Our friends would go to Beerus's planet while they pondered what to do. So it was all a lie?
I knew we couldn't trust that fool, Vegeta would say in a bad mood.
Vegeta, don't be like that. There must be something. I don't want to defend Lord Frieza, but I think it's very foolish of him to create a lie like that.
That's true. He knows that for less than that, I would destroy him. I think we're wasting our time. Besides, if there's a threat, we have the ability to stop it.
Yes, that's right. We'd better go back home. Goku and Vegeta would return to planet Vegeta, while Whis and Beerus would still be left with doubts. Meanwhile, Frieza was pensive on his planet. Great Frieza, you are still tense. I know that Saiyan by the name of Cumber exists, and I don't doubt that he was created to kill me. If so, he shouldn't be able to make it this far.
Paragus had a good relationship with the scientists of planet Vegeta. I'm not surprised that Broly was born under some experiment.
Now that you mention it...
What's going on?
I've been researching the beings of planet Vegeta. There's no record of Broly's mother, Barablu announced.
Damn, that must be where it's coming from,
Frieza would say nervously. Our friends would go on with their lives as normal. Broly was quickly adapting to the Saiyan lifestyle. Still, Goku and Vegeta were very aware of him.
One day, Goku and Vegeta were training Bardock, Goku's father, who was trying out using Super Saiyan 2. He was still in his normal Super Saiyan stage, trying to achieve the transformation. Bardock raising his ki as much as he could, but not achieving the results. Damn, I'll never get there.
Don't worry, you'll get there.
It's normal that you won't make it because you don't have the pressure of a battle. Without the need to get stronger because of an enemy that can kill you at any moment, it's hard to increase your powers.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We haven't had powerful enemies in a long time.
Broly would arrive to join our friends.
Broly, I'm glad you came. I was told you were very strong and your power was explosive. I'd like to see some of that.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Come on, Vegeta, we're here. What could go wrong?
Okay.
Broly would begin to increase his ki explosively. His hair would turn golden, while the size of his body increased. "It's a beast," Bardock would say in bewilderment. On the other hand, somewhere on planet Vegeta underground, there was an abandoned laboratory. Cumber was preserved in a glass cubicle. The laboratory would turn on all its lights as if it had a life of its own.
Broly's energy detected,
the robotic voice from the lab would say. The Cumber cubicle would begin to activate, sending a green liquid through its veins.
Activating Android Cumber, the voice would say.
Returning to our friends, Bardock would attack Broly with all his strength, looking for a challenge to overcome his own powers. Broly, despite being transformed, was only dedicated to dodge. Bardock was really amazed by the great power that Broly handled. In a moment, Bardock would connect a fist punch charged with ki. The blow would resonate in Broly's chest, but would not do him the slightest damage. "It can't be," Bardock would say in bewilderment.
Vegeta!
Goku would call out seriously.
What's wrong?
Do you notice something strange about Broly's energy?
Goku and Vegeta would notice it. Slight flashes of energy would come off of Broly. This energy would slowly move away.
It's strange. It's as if something is claiming his energy as if it were a Genki lady.
I highly doubt that's what it is.
Goku and Vegeta would not say anything about it. They would travel to where Broly's energy was moving. In the laboratory, all the instruments began to overheat. The alarms would go off and everything would explode. Goku and Vegeta would see in the distance an explosion from the ground.
What the hell was that?
Goku and Vegeta, without hesitation, would go there. Meanwhile, Beerus on his planet would feel some pain in his head.
Lord Beerus, it was just a stitch in my head. It hurts like I haven't slept in years.
Wow, the last time you went through that pain was the 1,000-year tragedy.
Don't remind me.
Goku and Vegeta would reach the area of the explosion. Suddenly, out of the smoke would fly Cumber.
Vegeta, look at that!
Goku would warn, terrified.